Hi, welcome back to Comic Book Gallery. I'm your host, Joaquin. How we doing, people? Know who I'm rooting for tonight. For those of you watching it on Thursday Night Football Raiders are playing against the Rams. But we're like, you're not a football channel, Joaquin. I know, I'm just saying. So, first book that I picked up, it's only like a short video because on average, I'm only picking up 2 to 3 books a week. And even though I haven't been making any videos about my little mini, budget comic hauls, I'm gonna start getting back into that. So you got What's in the Box coming up, and then we'll talk about my boy there. But first up, I saw Poison Ivy. I mean, she's always been an interesting character to me. I mean, I do love the cover art on this. Um, I know it's an ongoing series, or maybe it's a mini series. I don't know. So I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I did pick it up. And so if anybody's been reading this, leave a comment below. I appreciate it. I try to spend, I don't know, 25, 30 bucks a week like on my comic books and stuff. And then the other 25 I like to put aside and save that up for the end of the month so then I can um, either buy like a 50 to 175 or $75 book or books in some cases, which in the next What's in the Box, you're going to want to see that, people. And when it comes to like comic book collecting, as far as I'm concerned, like all these new books, unless it's something that really hits, I picked this up like 2, 3 weeks after it had come out. I mean, so the majority of these books aren't going anywhere. So if you're a new collector out there, just know that the majority, no, most of your books that you're collecting, your new books, they're not going anywhere. So don't trip. You don't need to spend like $50 to $100 a week on new books because you're afraid of missing out. Just pick up 2, 3 books at a time. Put some of that other comic book money away, and it will be worth it. Because even if you get the discipline to save up at for $100 a month, which would actually be pretty cool. Then you can buy yourself $1,000 book and get some first appearances that you want to collect. All right, next book, Fantastic Four, number 52, first appearance of Black Panther. Um, I don't know, even if I could raise up the money, if I would want to buy this first appearance. It's not anything that I have against like Black Panther. I mean, I saw the second movie. I thought it was okay. I mean, there were some parts of it that I really did enjoy, but the first movie I thought was cool. But when it comes down to like collecting, you're gonna have to make choices, right? And so, for me to chase after this book, I'm not going to be able to chase after what I really enjoy, which is, for those of you who have watched my channel, X Men. I'm a huge X Men fan. Love X Men. So right now, I'm just trying to collect 94 through the rest of the run of 500 and something. I want to say offhand, maybe 15 or 25, somewhere around there. But that's what I want to concentrate on. I do have some earlier books, and if I can ever get a hold of X Men #1, even if it's in like a 1.5, and the cover's not too jacked up, then you know I'll take it. I just don't want no big gaping holes or anything like that, or half the page is missing. I'm not gonna buy a book like that. I'll just keep saving up until I can get a rough copy of the book I want to chase. So instead of doing that, I'd rather for Fantastic Four, maybe go after first appearance of Phoenix and maybe some other books. Maybe go after. Well, I do have a giant size X Men, but it's anywhere condition of like from anywhere from a 2 to maybe possibly could be a 3, maybe a 3.5, because it does have a big little quarter size chunk missing up here. But at the time, I had paid 200 for it, so I was happy for that. But Black Panther is a cool character. It's a shame Chadwick Baldwick. I know. I'm sorry, brother. I messed up your name. He's a good actor, and they I'm sorry. The thing about recording on your phone is every now and then you'll get a text from your friend, and he'll just say something that's like ridiculous. So I'm playing like Dungeons and Dragons, and I couldn't catch the whole text, but he said something about sea hags or hags like selling coke, and I'm like, what? So I had a little break right there. I'm not going to edit that out. Just to me, it's funny. And anybody who's like played Dungeons and Dragons, you know that hags usually just are mischievous little businesses, and we'll take it at that, man. You want to check out Dungeons and Dragons? Check out my other channels, West Coast Geeks. That's where I put all of my other videos on. That's why you don't no longer see any Dungeons and Dragons or I can't think Magic the Gathering is because they're on that other channel. So West Coast Geek people, go check it out. Help me out. Fantastic Four, great book to get if you are not going to buy the cover. I mean, buy the original. At least this way you have a copy and you can read it, which I'm going to do this weekend. And the last book goes with our pop. So, G.I. Joe, all in cover D. Are you serious? They're saying that's number 300? I guess. Number 300. I was looking for some books to read, and I was like, whoa, so this is cool. It's a cool little variant. I like that. And, you know, G.I. Joe has always had a special place in my heart. G.I. Joe, because I grew up in the 80s, so as like being a teenager, so we're talking like GI Joe, Transformers, even the GoBots. We don't want to talk about them. Sorry if you're a fan. um, Thundercats, Robotech, that was really big, like all those cool Ninja Scroll, all those cool cartoons and stuff that were out. I was fortunate enough to watch it when it came out and be part of that. So, G.I. Joe is like one of those cartoons that I still enjoy watching to this day. And I'm trying to get my nephew into it, and he is just not having it. He's like, sorry, Uncle, ain't my thing. I was like, okay, that's cool. So, every week I pick up a pop. Like, if I can't afford a pop, that means I'm dropping a book somewhere. And so that's why I only have like, 3 books. Sometimes spend a little bit more over my budget, but I try to spend uh, between 25 and 30, and then no more than that, because whatever I have left goes towards the comic book fund for the month. And you guys aren't going to want to miss this one. What's in the box. But before I take away Sergeant Slaughter's thunder here, um, this is a cool character. I remember when he first came out, he was like big. He was based off the wrestler. And for those of you who are WWE fans, you know who Sergeant Slaughter is. He was a cool character, and like I'm not collecting every GI Joe pop. I mean, I might, but they're not a priority. As you can see, I have a wall of pops. So what I'm going to be doing is showcasing a new pop that I have bought over the past year. I mean, my plan was every week to be doing a budget haul video, and I just haven't. So I've just been keeping the books that I have bought into a box, and so then I'm just showing you them at like what I bought, which is like 3 to 4 books a week. Sometimes it's only one. If I bought like a big pop, or I bought 2 pops. Um, I have an Instagram page, so it's the same thing, Comic Book Gallery. You guys should check it out. All right, we're getting close. I like to keep these videos around 10 minutes. So, so this What's in the Box is actually going to be a really cool video. It's an X-Men. I got a first appearance, and if you want to know, you're going to have to find out. But I'll give you a sneak peek. No, I won't. But we'll show you what I'm working on. So I did a quick sketch of Colossus. Sometimes it's kind of hard to draw Colossus when he's like flying in the air coming at you. It's just one of those things that I'm kind of working on with perspective. Okay, all joking aside. Um, so when I like to do a drawing, I first do a sketch, and now I'm getting into where I'm taking a blue pencil and going back over and starting to work out any other detail areas. Because all I try, like with a sketch, all I'm doing is just drawing a whole bunch of circles and then lining it up on what I'm seeing, because this is a cool X-Men cover. And so after I figure that out, then I go back in with the blue pencil and again, just kind of like the first one, I'm just like going, circles, doing, trying to get the body ovals everywhere. That's how I believe in. For me, that's works for me. Other people have different sketch techniques, and then, like I said, I'm going back over with the blue, so I can, start looking at like the problem areas. So now we have this, and so like on this one, I made his claws longer. I pushed them a little bit higher on the page than I had on this one because I want to add Colossus in right about, I don't know. So I don't know where I'm going to add Colossus yet. So that's why I have this right here, because I'm going to keep working on it to see where it looks good before I add it to here. And I might even have like maybe Rogue flying up or Storm, like one of the X-Men who flies. I'm not sure, but if I do Angel, but definitely either Rogue or Storm's going to make an appearance with Colossus on this drawing. So that's it, people. That's what I've been up to. If you want to collect, keys, just, save up for it. Do a little bit at a time. Don't worry about your new books every week because they're going to be there, the majority of them. I might as well leave that up as I end the video. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the video, people, and have a good weekend. Go Raiders!